September 22nd is National Singles Day. And if you are tired of being single and you're ready for a real relationship, then you will want to know what red flags to watch out for a first date. I'm Renne Slansky, a professional dating and relationship coach here for Flirtini. And in this video, I want to give you 5 unusual red flags that you probably haven't thought of before to watch for on a first date. Number 5, they just aren't present. If you're going on a first date with someone, then you want to make sure that they are there. As in, they're not just physically there, but they're mentally and emotionally present in the situation so that they can get to know you more. If you're on a date with someone and they're constantly looking at their phone, they're not making eye contact, they're watching around the room, they're making really blasé sort of conversations, or they don't really hear what you're saying, then that's probably an indication that they are either not interested, they're not emotionally available, and they're definitely not invested in spending the time to get to know you more. First dates should be about really engaging with each other and feeling that you are getting reciprocated effort from the person that you're actually going on a date with. Number 4, they are invasive. First dates should be lighthearted, they should be fun, and they should definitely be dates that make you feel safe. A red flag is invasive behavior. Now, invasive behavior can happen in a few ways. Either they ask too many personal questions, wanting to know everything about your past history, everything about your life, everything about your situation when you don't really know much about them. Another way they can be invasive is they want to be next to you physically too soon, or they're trying to get back to your house, into your apartment. They're trying to initiate a lot of sexual contact, and you just don't feel that you're ready for it. Invasive behavior on a first date is a major red flag because it shows that this person isn't able to respect boundaries when it comes to your personal space and actually just taking that time to get to know you over time. Okay, red flag number 3, they play the victim. One of the things that we seem to do when it comes to dating, and we make dating mistakes, is we assume that because somebody has had a hardship happen to them, they've had something go wrong with them, we feel almost obligated to console them and to make them feel better about themselves. And if you're somebody who falls prone to always helping others, you struggle with boundary issues, maybe you like to rescue or fix other people, then chances are you could actually attract somebody who constantly plays the victim. The last thing that you want to do when it comes to dating is meet somebody wound to wound instead of heart to heart. Now, victim behavior is things like them talking all about themselves and their sob story, their trauma, and things that happened to them in the past. Of course, we want to be empathetic when we're actually dating people. However, if somebody makes the conversation constantly about themselves and their pain, then that could be an indication that they actually have psychological issues that need to have professional help, or perhaps there's somebody who is a little bit self-centered and all they want to do is talk about their own stuff without really resolving what needs to be resolved within their life or understanding more about you, the person that they're on the date with. Okay, red flag number 2, they are attached to you too soon. Believe it or not, I have seen a lot of people go on dates and say that they were worried because the person they went on a first date with already said that they loved that person. If somebody comes across too strong, too full on, they start planning their whole life with you after the first date. They start saying that they feel so strongly about you, they love you, they can see themselves having this future with you after a first date, then that is a red flag. Now, don't get me wrong, I fully believe that you can connect with somebody on a first date and have a strong feeling and really have a strong sense of where you can see your future with them. However, you shouldn't be rushing things and you shouldn't be putting verbal confirmation out there of those feelings without actually assessing them first. A strong attachment to somebody really early on without actually knowing that person's character and intentions is dangerous, because what it actually means is that that person could be more into the idea of who you are or the idea of what love is, rather than actually taking the time to get to know somebody over the process of dating. Okay, and lastly, red flag number 1. They are too incognito. What I mean by this is, if you're dating someone and you feel like you have more questions than answers, or they're constantly asking you lots of questions and then they're not really giving you any answers about themselves, it leaves you in this position feeling that you walk away from that first date not really knowing a whole lot about that person. First dates are obviously the first time that you've met someone, so you're not going to know everything about them. Remember, dating to get to know someone takes time. However, you shouldn't be leaving that date feeling that you talked about yourself the whole time and you have this blurry idea of who this person is that you went on a first date with. Conversation should be equal. It should be free-flowing. Both of you should be able to bounce back and forth with knowledge about each other so that you can feel that you have clarity on who this person can possibly be for the second date if you choose to go on another date with them. Well, there you go, guys. Those are some extra red flags to be able to look for when you do go on a first date. Remember, first dates should be fun. You should be feeling safe. You should be feeling joyful and excited about the person that you're actually getting to know. It does take time to be able to get to know someone, so don't necessarily base all your assumptions off the first date. However, if these 5 red flags do pop up, then it's probably worth taking a rain check for the next date. I'm Renne Slansky for Flirtini. If you have liked this video, then give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe and download our app, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.